Don't include that. Okay. I have a piece of bread and a leaf of lettuce. And what are they missing? They're missing Caesar dressing, which happens to be our secret for making Caesar salad and for making excellent roasted vegetable sandwiches. This is our dressing that we use, that we spread on the bread. We're here today to demonstrate something that accompanies whole foods to make them richer and more exciting. And we're going to begin this right now with Sadhana with her leopard print scarf.
We're going to start by rough chopping our onion and garlic. Saute it in a pan over medium heat until it's brown, and then add all the rest of the ingredients and those cooked ingredients to the blender and blend it up.
We've had this recipe for about 16 years, and we've not really changed much on it except adding more capers because I like capers.
To minimize oil, use a warm pan, pour in a small amount of oil, and then swivel that oil around the pan and pour off the excess when the pan is coated. Onions and garlic going right in the pan.
I went first.
Then to that, you want to add about a pinch of salt, less than a teaspoon of salt, about a half a teaspoon. The point here is to brown the onions and garlic. So you want to leave it alone for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's brown, and then give the pan a shake. You can see some browning going on. We're definitely there. It's been about 10 minutes, and you can see they're nice and brown.
Place the cooked items, the onions and garlic, into the blender.
Now, place the rest of the ingredients into the blender. We're going to start with vinegar. We're using golden balsamic vinegar here, but you can also use white wine vinegar. About a tablespoon of that. 1 package of silken tofu, 339 grams or 12 ounces. Drain the liquid and then put the tofu right in. Next, Dijon mustard, tablespoon and a half. Make sure you drain the liquid out of your capers. A 1/4 cup of capers. Next, add about a 1/4 cup of miso, 1 clove of raw garlic, and this is to give a little hint of that nice fresh garlic taste. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I've never said it right. 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, going right in. 1 lemon juiced. And finally, a half a tablespoon of that nori powder. If you don't have nori powder, go ahead and just tear off a piece of your nori sheet, and you can throw that right in too. To make nori powder, take a sheet of nori that you would use for sushi, place it in your blender and flicker it on and off until a powder forms. Alternatively, you could use a spice grinder or a coffee grinder. Salt and pepper to taste, so I'm gonna start with just a pinch of salt because we have that miso in there, which is also very salty. And then just a little less pepper. So now we're gonna blend it up and see what the texture is like. An optional ingredient for this recipe is olive oil. We're gonna omit it today, but if you want, add a couple of tablespoons at the end, drizzling it in very slowly. This helps with a little bit of texture and also with a little bit of flavor.
It's good. I suggest a little bit more nutritional yeast, a little bit more nori powder. I think the salt is fine, and another pinch of pepper.
Sounds good.
Ham it up.
Achoo!
Perfect.
I think we're ready for the tasting. So with all that blending, it's warmed up the dressing a little bit. What we want to do is put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes until it's cooled down, and then I'll show you how to prepare a nice Caesar salad. For a traditional Caesar, take a raw clove of garlic and cut off the end and rub it around your stainless steel or ceramic bowl. The traditional way is to use the most inner parts of the romaine, also known as romaine hearts. If you don't have romaine hearts, go ahead and hand tear your bigger romaine leaves. With the lettuce in the bowl, go ahead and add about a couple tablespoons of your Caesar dressing, some croutons, a little nori powder on top, and then you're ready to put it on the plate.
Now it's time to test our Caesar salad. So we're going to invite Naomi.
Oh my goodness, it's so delicious.
Like this video.
Subscribe to our channel.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog?